So a lot of people out there know I'm a wrappers guy. I love booster pack wrappers. I hoard them up. I keep them in my shoebox in the back, and I just keep them all bunched up. And whenever I open another booster box, I'm saving all those wrappers and trying to get them in a good condition. Not trying to tear too much. You don't want to tear. I'm trying to get those pristine wrappers, guys, and save them up and hoard. And if you see me in the Discord, in the Wall Street group, with there's a really big spike, I'm the first guy out there saying, "Hey, there's gonna be a rapper spike, man. You gotta buy out those rappers. The rappers are gonna spike next. Those are the big deal." And of course, man, I'm just kidding around. I'm honestly I'm doing it for the laughs. I'm just out there joking around and trolling on Discord, just just having a fun time when there are market spike events, because those things are a lot of fun to be a part of. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to make a interesting delve video into the wrappers and the collectability slash investability of them. And let me put it in the beginning, man. Whenever I talk about these types of monetary things out there for flesh and blood, this is an entertainment channel. This is an entertainment video. Let's talk about saving up wrappers. This is definitely entertainment. I'm not giving you any advice whatsoever, investment stuff. But I do want to talk about some rappers. Now, the biggest the biggest key factor of rappers, and I don't think anybody can deny this as a fact, is rappers have the highest attrition rate of any trading card game product out there. And and to those of you who do not know what attrition is, it's basically saying, well, the supply might be 800, how much of them have been deleted? So if you have trading cards, if you have 800 as the print run, but 200 got destroyed, then you have 600 left. So 600 is the total left in circulation, and then the 200 that got deleted or thrown out or what have you, that's the attrition of the total thing. And that's my concept of it. So when you think about rappers, obviously they have the highest attrition, because when you open them up, you throw them in the trash and you get rid of them. You don't want to keep them around. But the more and more I thought about it, man. And the first booster box, I did not keep my wrappers. I look back at that, and I had this little tear going down my eye. But I have to say that the more and more I listen to myself say, Flesh and Blood is the next big thing, this is the next big trading card game, and all this stuff, I thought to myself, well, I was like, wait a minute. What about those wrappers? I mean, those those wrappers are from the alpha sets. I mean, I only open crew alpha, but even those, man, I'm keeping those. I mean, you don't know how many people are really gonna keep their wrappers. I mean, what do you think, guys? I mean, out of a percentage, man. I mean, is it 1 to 2 to 3%? Maybe more, but I don't think there's a lot of freaks out there like me who just keep their wrappers just after they open their box, especially for those other sets like Crew or Arcane Rising. You don't know how much exist. So I really think that it is definitely something that is a piece of history, and it is something to be valued. And as a collector, I really like it. It is reminiscent, man. I love looking back to days of yore, of 3 months ago, of opening Crew and having a good time, and the good old days, man. The good old days 3 months ago. And today is it's beginning of February 2021. And yeah, man, I think that even 3 months ago was a big thing, but imagine in 10, 20 years, how many alpha edition wrappers are there going to be out there when a lot of people just end up throwing them away? Or maybe they try to save them and then they're like, yeah, I'll just throw it away. Who cares? Nothing's happened on the market. So I think the initial attrition on these are insane. Initial wrapper attrition is insane. But even subsequent attrition after the fact is very very high to these things. And yeah, I mean, even this current day, I think I saw a opened box of Welcome to Wrath and wrappers sell for like $75. Yeah. So like literally the empty box and the wrappers sold for 75 bucks on eBay. which is which is nuts. It's like the price of the booster box in the garbage that was disposed of after opening, which which is crazy. And this kind of leads me into another point, and this is more the scarier end is, well, when people buy these, it might be to scam. I mean, when you're buying loose booster pack wrappers, literally a scammer could take one of those and then just put in crap cards, seal it, and then sell it. And those things, those packs, man, are going for an insane amount. I don't know what they are at this time. I don't check up on all that market stuff a lot, but definitely over $100 each for the Welcome to Wrath Alpha, I believe. So I mean, if you can make, I believe it's 165 at this current period in time, that's a lot of money. I mean, if you're buying a loose wrapper for $5 and you can put crap cards in it and sell it for 165, man, you made a good amount of money for being a scumbag. So I think that long term, even just for being a scammer, you could sell a loose pack online to shady people for a good amount of money. So there will always be a demand in there. But I definitely think legitimately, as collectors come into this game, they look and they say, "Wow," and they hold a booster pack, empty, empty booster pack wrapper, and let's say in the year 2040, 20 years from now, they hold that and they're like, "Wow." Can you imagine actually opening this? Like, can you imagine being back then, opening the original? So I think that it's definitely something to keep. I mean, and when you're doing this stuff, when you're doing box openings of alphas and all this stuff, even for Monarch, this is a really key point for Monarch because the wrapper is going to be different from Unlimited to First Edition. So essentially, the PSA, this isn't advice, but keep your wrappers. Just get your shoebox, whatever shoebox you do, so please do you, man. Get your shoebox, and when you open your booster box, you put your wrappers in there. You forget about it, and in time, I think that those things, sadly enough, might gain traction. And even with the box too, save the box, save everything you possibly can of the trash of this stuff, because if you look at the long term, and a lot of people are thinking long term. People are thinking short term. People are thinking, wow, I got a cold foil card. Wow, I got a rainbow foil card. They're not thinking like, wow, look at all this, look at all these neat wrappers. So if 95% of the people who open boxes just throw them in the trash, there's going to be a smaller supply of people who are actively, who have the actual wrappers, and even a shorter amount of supply that is hitting the market at any given time for empty wrappers. So I think it's definitely a niche, especially if you're getting into the game now, or if you've been in the game for a bit. I know it's a weird concept, man. And I want to emphasize too is that I will say on many platforms in the future, for many years to come, most likely, that oh, the rappers are gonna spike. That's the next thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pump up rappers, but just know, man, I will never hold a material amount of rappers ever, and I am doing it for the lulz because it's just hilarious to to speculate on the garbage that comes out of opening the packs. But it's definitely something to take note of. And when you have a bunch of these wrappers, and if they become, $5, $6, $7, and I know that those prices sound insane, but if there's people willing to pay those prices in the future, I mean, literally, you could literally pay for your initial booster box. Like, let's say you spent $90 on a booster box. Maybe there's a way in the future where you sell all your wrappers for that same cost. So, just something to note. Just some little tidbits of Bronson's information. I'd be really interested to think of, or to hear from you guys, to hear from a lot of other people what they think, and seriously or not seriously, whatever, of this topic, because not not a lot of people are are have the balls to really uh, speculate and delve into the underworlds of rapper and uh, investing and whatnot. But it's a it's a funny slash interesting take on different types of collectibles because in the future, not just to sum up, not only scammers will try to get them, but I think honestly collectors will. I think there will be a big type of collector market for these. I think that there could even be a set thing with collectors is they want a empty wrapper from every set, and that's going to be really more conducive to what they can pay. Maybe they can't pay however much a sealed booster pack is for those sets. But maybe they have the funds to pay for an empty one, and maybe they can have like one of each set. And if you're opening a bunch of stuff, well, that's the thought. Maybe you compile maybe 6 different sets of empty wrappers, and you say, hey, set of 6 for $50, and that could be very attractive to people in the future. So you never know with these types of things, but essentially what this is doing is if you put in a shoebox in 10, 20 years, you might have a shoebox that's nothing, but it's no big deal. It's just waste of space. Or you might have a good amount of stuff that you can sell on eBay or whatnot, which could get you money. So it's going to prevent you from throwing money down the drain and in 2021 that could be used in the future and sell to hopefully a good amount of collectors. So yep, that's the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've gained a little bit of uh weird information that you might have not already had, and let me know what you think. Have a good one, guys.